Todd. I'm a 41-year-old husband and father. And right now I'm working on my first solo music project under the artist name Echo 242. I've been singing for pretty much my whole life. Singing is something I've always just loved to do, and it brings me a lot of joy. I'm one of those musical types that has never really felt completely at home at center stage, and one of the big reasons why I'm starting this channel is to push myself past my comfort zone. I've been lucky enough to be part of 2 live bands in my life. The first band I was in was a high school band I started with 2 of my best friends. Starting a band with friends was really great for me because it really took a ton of pressure, nervousness, and anxiety off of me, especially since our approach as a group was completely collaborative. Our guitarist was a complete talent who handled writing all the music. His brother was the other member of our 3-piece who was another really talented guy. He and I split duties writing lyrics and singing. We played together for about 6 years through high school and college. We played a ton of shows locally in and around the New England area. And before everything was said and done, we morphed into more of a traditional type band where I sang, the guitarist guitared, and the other singer moved behind the drums because, of course, he was talented enough to be able to do that. We played with a number of different bassists, the most consistent of which we met in college, and we even released a full-length album by the time we were done. It was great. Life ended up happening as it tends to, and we were all pulled in different directions after college. It would have been great to continue a music journey with those guys, but it's not a total loss. I'm still very close to those guys and everyone is doing great. The direction I was pulled into was Central Florida, which is where I linked up with the second band that I was in, a group of guys that called themselves A Patient Affair. When I moved to Florida, I was working and just doing life, trying to
find myself.
After a while, I was just really missing being part of a group and expressing myself through music. So I took to the internet and a site that's the equivalent of Match.com for musicians, and I found A Patient Affair. They had instrumentals posted on the site, real alt-rock stuff, which is sort of my musical lane. I auditioned for them and I was lucky enough to get the gig. I wrote lyrics and sang for APA for a few shows, but unfortunately it was pretty short-lived. Band politics, direction of the band, style of music we were playing, all of that came into debate, and that iteration of the groups just sort of fizzled. And that was it. That was the end of my music journey for a little bit more than a decade now. So, why should you care? I guess the short answer is you might not care at all. And if that's the case, you probably haven't made it this far. So, I'll focus on you. You were still here and are probably asking yourself that very question. In the last year or so, I've gotten real serious about writing songs and making plans to release music in 2023. Part of getting serious means getting everything that I might need to make releasing music in 2023 possible. I'm talking everything from new instruments to recording equipment to carving out space in my home in order to start this project. Of course, that also means a huge learning curve on almost everything that I put together. And that's where you might come in. I thought it would be great if I just shared with you what I learn as I learn it and just give you a complete behind the scenes raw look at some guy's music journey. You'll get a look into my songwriting process, lyric breakdown videos, creating demos. You'll get to learn as I learn when it comes to recording, using DAWs, troubleshooting, and all the other things that come along with learning how to do something very complicated like music production. I'll show you the gear that I use to write songs and record. You'll meet a lot of the folks who are supporting my music journey in all kinds of different ways. And if for nothing else, you'll have a front row behind the scenes look at everything that goes into releasing an EP in 2023. We'll learn together. You'll watch me get frustrated. I'm sure you'll get to see me work through that frustration. If you've recently started your own music journey or are thinking about starting your own music journey, maybe you can catch some motivation and inspiration here. At the end of the day, the Echo Chamber is a channel where we can grow, develop, and live out our dreams together in a safe, supportive, and positive space. Congratulations! You've made it to the end of the first video on this channel, so here's the obligatory. If you enjoyed this content, hit the like and subscribe to stay updated and for us to be able to grow together. Love,